Hi doers! I'm pretty pumped because today's video is related to the pillar called Build Wealth with Elite SEO Skills. When I first started with digital marketing, I discovered dozens of SEO acronyms and I was puzzled because at that time I had no idea what they meant, and I learned there are hundreds of acronyms or abbreviations that were unrealistic to remember. Imagine for a moment that someone would tell you the most relevant acronyms and metrics that are important to the overall SEO marketing business cycle. Sounds impressive, right? That's why I created this video. But now, just a word of attention. These acronyms are not related to technical SEO because my focus is on the long-term SEO business strategy only. That means the main focus should be increasing conversions and sales, shouldn't be? So even if you don't own any business but work for your clients or employer, this video is for a business-focused SEO strategist. Let's dive in. Acronym number 1 and 2, AIDA and CJ. AIDA means attention, interest, desire, action. And CJ stands for customer journey. So why do you need to understand these two acronyms first? These are steps where your customer or client goes through the purchase search journey funnel. The main approach to implementing the AIDA strategy for you is this. First is attention, attract prospect. Second is interest, persuade or influence the prospect to interact with your brand. Third is desire, prospect loves your brand. And fourth is action, prospect adheres to your brand, take action and convert to your customers. But here is the big lesson. Each AIDA strategy varies or depends on your type of business and industry. The second acronym, CJ, stands for customer journey. And here are 5 main stages: awareness, consideration, decision, retention, and advocacy. It's similar to the AIDA strategy, and we will talk about it in the next video. But for now, you can remember that customer journey is also known as the purchase process, marketing funnel, or purchase funnel. Now, moving to the next acronym, number 3, SES. SES means search engine strategy. I can't begin with anything else than with the word strategy. Picture this. In order to create a successful AIDA or customer journey strategy, you must first program your mind to the truth that 93% of all online experiences start with a search engine. Think about it a while. 93% is a huge number. Now, question is, what are you going to do with this information? The answer is SES, which you already know stands for search engine strategy. This is a topic I can talk about whole day, but to implement a successful search engine strategy, you have to break it down into several streamlined processes or pillars. Here are 5 processes that I use. Market research is number 1. Number 2, content planning. Number 3, content creation. Number 4, content distribution. And number 5, content repurposing. And these processes must be broken even more down into actionable steps and tactics. Now, acronym number 4 to 7, B2B, B2C, SMB, and SMES. When you circle back to search engine strategy and its first process called market research, you need to know your market and who you target. In other words, who is your audience? B2B means business to business. In B2B SEO, the purchasing cycle is longer. Why? Because services and products are more expensive and you usually target professionals. The audience is a typical high executive or CEO who makes the final decision. Now, on the other hand, B2C means business to consumer. In B2C SEO, the purchasing cycle should be shorter, but it depends on the industry and product or services you sell. Usually, your audience is an end user and you sell inexpensive stuff. Two more acronyms of your target audience are SMB, that means small to medium businesses, and SMES, that means small to medium sized enterprises. Many sources say that these are businesses that include a certain number of employees or revenue. However, in SEO, it could be the size of the site, the number of pages, and their revenue, or about the authority of the well-established brand. So tell me, what is your market? Acronym number 8 and 9. USP. USP means unique selling proposition. Look, without knowing your USP, you don't know what you are selling. And most importantly, how to position your product or service on the market. Do not make mistakes in pushing your features and benefits. Instead, find out the core pain and problem of your ideal customer and then sell them emotions. Because each customer is a real person who has real problems with real emotions. And it leads me to another acronym called UX. UX means user experience. The fact is, you want to build a long-term brand because you want your users to feel exceptionally satisfied by interacting with your brand, services, and overall with your online presence. Because these users might turn into potential customers. UX is a very important acronym metric to keep watching. Acronym number 10, CAC. Now you've walked to this point and you have to figure out where to find those prospects and turn them into customers. You need to master CAC, which means customer acquisition cost. Remember this: the key to SEO business success is to know or figure out how to acquire customers. The key is to understand in depth about your ideal prospect. In other words, you have to get to know those humans you are targeting. Acronym number 11 and 12, MQL and SQL. In my opinion, these two acronyms and metrics are often overlooked. MQL means Marketing Qualified Lead. This is the first step for marketing qualified leads to become close to your customers. Marketing qualified leads interact with your brand, maybe sign up for your newsletter, download ebook or some research report. But so far, they don't make any purchase decision. Your job is to feed them with marketing, build trust, and later on, they are moving closer to become SQL. SQL means Sales Qualified Lead, and it happens when the sales team is already taking action in this step. That said, the sales team assumes that Marketing Qualified Lead is considered as Sales Qualified Lead to purchase your product or service. Are you still confused? Put it simply, SQL is ready to close the sale. Acronym number 13 and 14, C and CR. The moment when the user is browsing your website or page and take the action is called conversion. Here are a few conversion examples. Downloading your ebook, watching a specific time of your video, sign up for your course, adding your product to a shopping cart, or sharing a blog post on social media. And then is the acronym CR or conversion rate, which is shown in a percentage. For example, let's say your organic traffic is 100 visits and you get 7 conversions. That means your conversion rate is 7%. Pretty simple, isn't it? Remember this: what is not measured is not improved. Acronym number 15 to 16, CX and NPS. CX means customer experience. Now you may say it's similar to UX acronym, which is user experience. Not really. Remember, UX is how users interact or feel for the first time with your brand and overall with your online presence. But CX, customer experience, is after they purchase. It's about how they feel with your product or service, how they feel about the guarantee you offer. Are they protected? Do they get the value that you market to them? CX is about the true value you deliver to them after you sell them. And CX, customer experience, is also correlated to your customer support services, which leads me to another acronym, NPS. NPS means Net Promoter Score. This acronym is excellent when you want to ask or interact with your already loyal customers, because you want to know how they are satisfied and whether they would recommend your product or service. To ask them, you can use a scale from 1 to 10. Just as simple as that. And then you see the score such as detractors, passives, and promoters. So far so good? But stay with me. Acronym number 17 to 19. AOV, CLV, and ROI. So, you've developed until here your loyal fans and turning them into satisfied customers. Now, you need to know their value. Meet the acronym AOV, that means Average Order Value. This acronym is simple to understand. However, it can vary within industries and nature of your business. To give you a real example, here is how you get it. Let's say you generate 1,000 of revenue over the previous month. Now, you know there were 100 orders. You take that 1,000 and divide it by 100. So your average order value is $10. Simple, isn't it? The second acronym is Customer Lifetime Value, which is CLV. It's one of the most important key metrics because customer lifetime value helps you to understand the average cost of how much your customers spend in your company over the whole life of your relationship. Are you with me? Here is how. Let's say you've purchased 10 different self-improvement courses worth $50 each from the same influencers for the last 2 years. Then your CLV has been worth 1,000. Easy, isn't it? So until now, you've poured budget into content marketing, maybe investing in some ads or optimized your website. That means you want to know what's your return on your money. Welcome the acronym called ROI. ROI means return on investment and it's shown in a percentage. There are many ways to measure ROI in SEO, and with SEO it usually gets more complicated. But a simpler way is to divide the revenue you earn via organic search by the price of the entire investment. And because you are with me to the end, here is the bonus acronym. Bonus acronym number 20, VA. VA means Virtual Assistant. As you may know, I talk about leverage in one of my previous videos called Multiply Your Time and Income with the Power of Leverage Strategies. And I recommend clicking on the card above to watch it because it contains a lot of value. But wait, what does VA have common with the SEO marketing business cycle? The fact is, once you start growing with your freelance job, online business, or even working at the company, you need to leverage tactics, including the team. Because you are too busy with overall strategies, you can't manage technical SEO, content marketing, and so on. So the best efficient way is to hire a virtual assistant. That's it! I'm proud of you that you've stayed with me to the end. It says to me you are a true fan and you want to become a doer. Now tell me, which acronyms have you already known and measured? Or which acronyms are you going to discover? Put in a comment below the word acronym to prove you are a true doer. And I will see you in the next video.